Young Kweku has it all teed up. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, Shaq. Roll.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18. Track at 60.
From the red zone now. Touchdown, Carolina! Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
London going to motion over right. They go play action. Here's Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Robinson on the inside give. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Penix working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They send the tight end in motion left. 3rd down, it's Penix. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Atlanta. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for him. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go. Go.
Young throwing here. That pass complete to McMillan. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Young to throw here on 3rd. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Sam Martin on now to punt it away on fourth. On the return for the Falcons is Cordero Patterson. Starts his return from the 23. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Falcons will take over. This our last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Let's go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out 2nd and 10. Penix here from the gun. That's intercepted near the sideline. J.C. Horn to pick it off. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Ready, ready.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Go.
Here's a give up the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Come on, set.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Let's go now.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Buying some time right. Now here he goes. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of nick.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the shotgun, Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. A lot of grass ahead. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Falcons working here. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Let go.
Here's Robinson. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Coup all lined up and ready to boot this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Play action now. Young. Headed out right. McMillan hauls it in. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. He's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 2nd and 10, Young. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Go. Go.
Now it's Young. Complete out to the right side. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Cut near the goal line. He has the Carolina touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Play action. Here's Penix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked! That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Cordero Patterson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Cordero Patterson. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10, or under Robinson. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He's tackled at the
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 30 on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting it?
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Penix looking to pass. He has the first over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Now the give for Bijan. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go.
Here's Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll run it with Bijan. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Rolling out to his left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
3rd and 9.
Set, go.
On 3rd down, it's Young. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. Runs inside the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 23. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. London going to motion over right. They go play action. Here's Penix. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Penix on 3rd down. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. Hut, hut.
Rush coming for Young. Complete out to the right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on first down. He breaks a tackle, and they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Here we go, set.
Play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Still on the move, throwing down the right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Come on, set. 65, Jack, 65. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Penix. Into the hands of Pent. Massive hit. The ball is out. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Penix working from the gun. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Ready up. Ready.
So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Once more, it's Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead.
Panthers 14. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They've got to keep moving quick here. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Oh no, they get him yet again! And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Set go.
Running it after the penalty. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. The give here on 2nd. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
They'll run here following the penalty. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Come on, set. Ready.
Counter give to Etienne. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play, and now they're looking at 4th and 10.
It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Charlotte.